Good morning. I am Dr. Mohammad Rafi, Associate Professor, Department of Cybersecurity at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today I want to discuss about network programming and management, in which the topic is ICMP socket options. That means Internet Control Message Protocol. Here is ICMP. Introduction to ICMP, that is Internet Control Message Protocol. Generally, these ICMP socket options now generally we can categorize two other types. Generally, it is utilized two types. This ICMP generally we can utilize two types. One is error handling, and other one is request and replay. Mainly these two are the purpose. Now we are using the ICMP protocol. This Internet Control Message protocol, it is used for sending the error messages, now which handle the errors and sending the error messages and operational information which indicating. For example, that a request service is not available, or that a host or a router would not be reachable. In a network programming, ICMP protocol socket option now can be utilized to customizing how ICMP packets are handled by the sockets. Generally, in a communication, we are transmitting the packets from source to destination. Here, in which transmitting along with other packets, now we can arrange the protocols. So that is one of the protocol. ICMP is one of the protocol. Here is number of other protocols now we can use. So that is ICMP and IGMP, UDP and TCP protocol. Generally we are using the ICMP protocol. The hierarchy ICMP less than IGMP less than UDP less than TCP protocols. These are the protocols now we are utilizing while transmitting the packet from source to other destination. Here is, so which is eliminating. Here the elimination higher priority is a ICMP protocol. So here is now if you use the router. So router here now the number of the buffers. Now we are using the buffer. In this the buffer number of the protocols we are using. So here is the number of the protocols now we can store in this the buffer. That is one is a ICMP, TCMP and UDP protocol, IGMP protocol. Once if any the source is sending the other message to the destination through the router, if it is failed, if error is arise immediately, now it will be the drop and drop the packets due to some buffer full or routing the congestion, whatever it may be. Immediately the packet will be the drop and after dropping the packet here, ICMP protocol which has the less of the priority, this protocol here now we are deleting this other protocol and replacing the TCP protocol for the transmission. Like this, now by using this the hierarchy, generally we are using these are the protocols so along with the packet the transmission from source to the destination, and destination which is a replay, requesting the packets, and based on the replaying the feedback is the replayed to source. Here some of the common ICMP are the sockets which includes the setting the time to live for outgoing packets and enabling or disabling the recipient of the ICMP error and specifying the security labels for the sockets. These options which allow the developers to find and tune the behavior of the network applications when it comes to sending and receiving the ICMP messages. Here ICMP means here the internet as a control as a message as a protocol. So it is a essential part of the internet as a protocol should, which is primarily used for the diagnostic and controlling as a purpose. So it is employed by the network as the devices. Now, like a router and host to communicate the error messages and network as the congestion notifications and other information about the health of the network. Generally, this ICMP now which is associated with the sending echo request and receiving echo replies, which is commonly known as the pings. Here, one of the ICMP is the ability to providing the feedback on network conditions, particularly when dealing with the issues like unreachable host. That means the message is unreachable to the destination. If when it is unreachable, the other destination means whenever any errors are arise in between these, any packets are damaged, any protocols are lost. So in these any the buffer size is a full. So then only the packets cannot be reachable. That is the issue. These the type of the issues will be arrived, or the network any network other congestion. If it is happened any network other congestion immediately, so the source know the feedback the packet now which receives the feedback packet from the destination. So also the packet is damaged like this now, which receives the feedback replay. So that's why this is the feedback. It is a crucial for the network the troubleshooting and management. In a network programming, a socket which represents the end point of the communication between two machines over the net, and these the sockets can be configured with various other options which that should be the control the behavior and internet control message the protocol sockets. There is no exceptions. So these ICMP the socket options now which allows the programs to manipulate how ICMP the packets are handled by the operating system. Here now some of the common ICMP the socket options now which is includes the number of options are IPTTL, that means internet the protocol time to live. So this is one option. This option which sets the time to live field in the IP header of the outgoing ICMP packets. It specifies the maximum number of routers or hubs the packet can traverse before the being discorded. Next the option is next ICMP socket option is internet as a protocol type of service, that is IPTOS. This the type of the service field in the internet as a protocol header of outgoing ICMP the packets. Now it allows the applications to prioritize the certain type of the topics. Next the options are socket receive buffer and socket send the buffer. Socket receive buffer, socket the send the buffer. These two options controlling the receive and sending the buffer the sizes. Here ICMP sockets which is adjusting these are the buffers can optimize the network performance. By adjusting this generally the buffer is a full. If the buffer is a full, if one packet here, if you see the router here via one router here. Via this router, the source is sending the information to destination. Here the packets, along with the packets, now we are utilizing the protocols. So number of other protocols we are using, that is a ICMP is a one protocol. So another protocol is a IGMP is another other protocol. UDP is another protocol, and TCP is another other protocol. Here we are attaching these other protocols to packets via with help of these the protocols. Now these the packets can be transmitted from source to the destination. So while transmitting these the message from source to the destination, generally the buffer size will be considered. Here in this the buffer, now if it is full, the buffer is full, the packets cannot be transmitted, or any congestion. If any congestion is arise here, if any congestions are arise, the packets will not transmitted from source to destination. That means here the error message, here the error message will be arised. So these are the error message that can be handled by with help of the ICMP protocols. Whatever the error is arised between the packet between the source and destination, while transmitting the packet, whatever the error is arised, that can be handled by using ICMP protocol. That is Internet Control Message as a protocol. With help of this one, we can handle. Here is socket timestamp. The socket at the timestamp now, which enable the timestamping of incoming ICMP packets. So Internet control the message, the protocol of the packets. Now it is useful for the measuring round the trip at the times and diagnosing the network latencies. Socket at the broadcast. Now this is the socket at the broadcast now, which allows the sending ICMP packets to broadcast addresses. This can be useful for certain network diagnostic tool. Here, next objectives of the ICMP socket options. The objectives are, first the objective, now understanding ICMP protocols and its message types. Whatever the messages now we are transmitting, it will be understood with the code number, along with the code number here, message type, easily understood the protocol, which the protocol we are transmitting, and learn the socket and the programming fundamentals. Exploring ICMP socket, the options for network the diagnostics. Here, next the objective is optimize the network performance using socket options. Address, next we'll see, address the security considerations in ICMP application the developments, and develop the practical the applications which is the leveraging to the ICMP sockets, and master testing and debugging techniques for ICMP based the applications, and achieving the proficiency in interpreting ICMP packet exchange. So these are all the objectives of the ICMP socket options. Here the technologies, generally in ICMP the protocol socket option, generally we are using the some technologies and tools. The commonly used the technologies and tools in a ICMP socket option is, first the technology or tool is a socket the programming API, application program interface the technology now we are using. Here these languages such as C, Python, Java, other which providing the socket as a programming application program interface that allow the developers, these languages allowing the developers to create, manipulate and communicate over the networking sockets, which including the ICMP sockets or the operating system. The operating system means ICMP socket which options now, if you take the IPMP socket options which are implemented operating system now, which is implemented and supported at the operating system at the level. Developers now they are using typically working with the operating system generally such as Linux, Windows, Mac OS and other to utilizing the ICMP socket option in their application. Here, generally these operating system softwares are supported while transmitting the ICMP sockets. That means ICMP while transmitting ICMP packets. So here is now generally we are utilizing the Linux operating system, Windows and Mac operating system that can be utilized generally. The developers can be utilized these type of the operating systems and network libraries. Here network in ICMP the socket option now the network library networking libraries and the frameworks such as the library libcap, that means the packet the capturing libraries. Yes, socket packet the capture crafting libraries and a twisted that means the asynchronous network the programming and provide the additional tools that can be utilities for working with the ICMP sockets and packet level communications. Wireshark, so it is a popular network protocol. So by using this Wireshark the analyzer that allow the developers to capturing, inspecting and analyzing the network the traffic in a real time by using the Wireshark. Mainly the developers traffic can be analyzed by using the Wireshark. And a packet the crafting tools. Here is packet the crafting the tool like a H ping and N ping which enabling the developers to craft and send custom ICMP the packet the facilitating testing experimentation with the ICMP socket options. This is about the packet crafting tools and network simulation software. Here these network simulation software tool now. This is a GNS network simulation software, Cisco Packet Tracer, Mininet, which allow the developers to create virtual network topologies and simulating the various network conditions. For that now we are including the behavior of the ICMP socket options. Next tool is a IDE and text editors. By using these IDE and text editors, the integrated development environment, that is a IDE and text editors like Visual Studio Code, Eclipse and Vims are commonly used for writing, debugging and testing the ICMP socket programming code. Next, online resources and documentations. Online resources, forums and documentations and tutorials which provided by the operating system vendors, programming language communicates and network the experts which offering the valuable guidance and information on working with the ICMP socket options. So by using these the technologies and tools, all these technologies tools, the developers can effectively work with the ICMP protocol socket options to building the robust and efficient network applications. By using this one, efficient the applications can be network applications can be built. Here, advantages uses of the ICMP protocol. To take the internet control message at the protocol servers various the purposes in a computer networking. Here some of the common uses are the first the ping. Here ICMP echo request and echo replay messages are commonly used for the network diagnostics and testing the connectivity between the two devices, that is a source and the destination. These are the ping command is one of the most well-known utilities that utilizes the ICMP echo messages. Network error reporting. That means ICMP is used to report the errors and anomalies in a internet as a protocol or the packet as a processing. For example, here, if a router encounters a problem forwarding a packet, it might sending the ICMP error message back to the source IP address of the packet. And path MTU discovery. That means here path this MTU discovery, that is a maximum the transmission unit discovery. So which identify maximum transmission as the units. ICMP messages such as destination unreachable, fragmentation needed, and packet too big are used for both for the path MTU, that is a maximum the transmission unit the discovery. How many packets are transmitting from sender to the receiver via the router. One router is required. If you are transmitting the packets from sender to the destination, here in between this now one router, we have to utilize one router. So via these the routers now we are transmitting the number of other packets. The number of other packets that means the fragmentations is needed. The packet too big or used for the path MTU. Now generally we are using the path MTU. Maximum the path MTU, maximum the transmission units which indicates the maximum number of the transmission units. Now along with these the packets, so whatever the packets now we are the transmitting, along with these packets now we are using the we are utilizing the number of the protocols. The protocols are ICMP protocol and TCP protocol or UDP protocol. So and IGMP protocol. The number of other protocols now we are utilizing while transmitting the signals from the source to other destination. Here the next we see and network management. The network the management that is ICMP the messages can be utilized for network the management and the task, such as the checking the reachability and measuring the network the performance, that is a round trip time or RTT, and troubleshooting network the issues. Generally, this can be managed by the network, while the ICMP messages can be utilizing for the network task management. Trace routers. Trace routers means here the trace router while transmitting the message now, whenever we are transmitting the messages, now we are tracing the router. So the trace router is a diagnostic tool that utilize the ICMP the time exceeded message. So that can be trace the route of the packets and take from the sources to the destination. Whatever the packets now we are transmitting now will take the routing packets, that the number of the packets which the protocols now we are transmitting. Here is now that the options will be considered. By sending these the packets with larger time to live the value and observing the ICMP time exceeded message which returns by the router, one can map out the networking the call. Here is next echo request and replay. While commonly associated with the ping utility, the echo request and echo replay messages can be served various other purposes beyond the simple connectivity and the testing, including network reachability and the verification and the round trip at the time of the measurement. There are just the few examples of the uses of the ICMP in a computer and the networking. ICMP plays the crucial role in facilitating the communication, troubleshooting network issues, and ensuring the efficiency network operations. Here, ICMP packet format. ICMP packet format, the number of 3 fields now which is having first the field having the 32 bit in which now categorized 8 bit is a one type for which is allocated for the type which type of the messages now we are the transmitting, that is a type, that is 8 bit, and code also 8 bit, and checksum is a 16 bit and extension header. Next one is the extension header, that is 32 bit. Third one is a data or payload, that is a variable at the length. Here is in ICMP packet format the first 32 bits of the packet now which contain the three fields, that is a type 8 bits. The initial 8 bits of the packet is for the message the type which provides the brief for the description of the message, which type of the message now we are transmitting from the sender, and the receiver from the which type of the messages now we are transmitting from the source to destination. Here is so that the receiving network would know what kind of the messages it is receiving and how to respond to it, that whatever the message is received. Generally here common the message the types are utilizing while transmitting the message from sender to receiver, that is a type 0, that is echo replay. Type 3, that is a destination unreachable. Type 5 message. So type 5 message now which indicates the redirected message. Type 8 message. Type 8 message is a echo request message. And a type 11 message, so that is a time exceeded the message. And a type 12 message, it is a parameter the problem message. So these are the messages we are utilizing in ICMP and the packet and the format. So under type field. Next to code field. Code field also it is a 8 bit. So code field now, so code is the next 8 bit of the ICMP packet format. This field carries the some additional information about the error message and type. Checksum. Checksum it is a 16 bit. Last 16 bits are for the checksum field in the ICMP packet header. The checksum is used to check the number of the bits of the complete the message, and which enabling the ICMP tool to ensure that the complete data is deliverable or not. Here the next 32 bit of the ICMP header or extendable header, which has the work of the pointing out the problem in IP messages. The last part of the ICMP packet is data or payload of the variable length. The bytes which is included in IPv4 are 576 bytes, and in IPv6 are 1000, that means 1280 bytes. Now we are using the part of the ICMP the packets, that is a data or payload of the variable length. Type of the ICMP messages, so that is 0. Type 0 it is a echo replay, which indicates the type 0 is a echo replay. The code indicating the code is 0. 0 means here no which is echo replaying, and here also destination unreachable. 3 destination type 3 is destination unreachable. So in which here 0 which indicates the destination network is unreachable. Destination network is unreachable. Unreachable means it may be something region. So it may be the buffer is the full, or some congestion is happened between these the routers. So something the data will be the loss. And 1, the code 1 which indicates the destination host is a unreachable. Here also the destination host is unreachable, and 0 means the destination network is a unreachable. And 2, so 2 indicates the destination protocol is a unreachable. And 3, code 3, destination port is a unreachable. And code 4 here, the fragmentation is needed, and the DF flag will be the set. Data flow, the flag will be the set. code 5, which indicates the source route is failed, and type 5, which is indicates the redirected message. The message will be the redirected, and replying the feedback packets redirected the message from destination to the source in the form of the feedback packet. That means the feedback, in this the feedback packet, now we have to mention the data is lost here. How can redirect the message? The source is sending the packet to the destination. Here is if any damage, the packets are damaged, if any congestion is arise, or the buffer is full, the buffer is the full here, immediately the destination is redirecting and sending the feedback packet, which is sending the feedback packet to the source. So regarding to packet loss, or regarding to the damages will be happened, or congestions will be happened, that is unreachable. The packet is here, whatever the packets now we are transmitting, the packets are unreachable to the destinations. So this is now immediately which is redirecting the messages to the source. So 0 indicate the redirect the datagram from the network. 1 is indicates the redirect the datagram from the host. 2 indicate the redirect the message datagram from the type of service and network. 3 which indicates the redirect the datagram for the source. Next, type 8. Type 8 that is a type 8 echo request, that is a 0, which indicates the description is a echo request, and type 9 router advertisement, that is a code is 0 for this one, code is 0, and 10 type router solicitation, that is also 0. So which use 0, that means here the advertisement and solicitation now which used to discovering the address of the operational other routers. Here these are all the types. So, and type 11. Type 11 here time exceeded. Time exceeded, that means here is the now code is 0 and 1 we are using. 0 means code 0 means time to live exceeded in a transit, and 1 code 1 now which is indicate the fragment reassemble the time exceeded, and 12 the parameter of the problems, that means 0 the pointer which indicates an error, 1 missing the required options, and 2 bad length. So this is about the parameter of the problems. And type 13 here the timestamp 0, the code is 0 used for the time of the synchronization. Type of the 14. Type of the 14 here the timestamp of the replay, that is the code is 0. Replay to timestamp of the messages. Advantages of the ICMP protocol. Here is the ICMP socket, the option ICMP the socket, the protocol. The advantages are any network of the devices now using the ICMP protocol, that is the internet controlled message the protocol, to sending the error messages. Why? Because now which is handling the errors, whatever the messages, whatever the packets we are transmitting from source to the destination, this ICMP which handle the errors and replay and request replay operations will be performed by using this ICMP protocol. And this ICMP as the protocol here, so that network devices now which is using the administrator, that can be used the ping and tracer command to debugging the network. So these alerts are used by administrators to identifying the issues with the network the connectivities. As the primary the example is here when the destination or gateway host which is notifies the source host via the ICMP message. If there is the problem or a change in the network connectivity that needs to be reported. Here is which includes when the destination host or network which is becomes the unavailable when the packet is lost during the transmission. Furthermore, network the performance and the connection monitoring tool commonly employ the ICMP to identifying the existence of the issues that the network team has to be resolved that issues. One, the quick and simple other method is to test the connection to finding the source is to use the ICMP the protocol which consists of the queries and answers. Disadvantages of the ICMP. If the router drops a packet, it may be due to an error or memory problem or buffer problem here. But because to the way the IP the packet that the internet the protocol is the design, there is no way for the sender to be notified of this the problem. And assuming while a data packet is being transmitted over the internet, that is its lifetime is over and that the value of the time to live field has been dropped to zero. So in this case, the data packet is destroyed. Although the device is frequently needed to interact with one another, there is nothing is not a standard method for them to do so in a internet protocol. For instance, the host needs to verify the destination vital sign to see if it is still operational before transmitting the data. Here, the real-time applications. The real-time applications of ICMP socket options, the ICMP protocol. So, ping utility, trace the router, network the monitoring, firewall the testing, and a path MTU discovering. That means maximum the transmission unit size can be identified. Network troubleshooting. So, these are all the real-time applications of the ICMP protocol. Here is a ping utility. The ping utility now which determines host reachable and measures the route trip track. Trace a route now which is identifying the router packets takes to reach the destination or not. Network monitoring. Network monitoring means here check a host available and responsiveness. Firewall other testing. Firewall other testing means here assess the firewall effectiveness using the ICMP packets. That is a path MTU discoveries. These path MTU discoveries now which determines the maximum transmission unit size along the network path. Network troubleshooting. Network the troubleshooting now which is diagnosis network issues by analyzing the ICMP responses. Here is textbooks is a Unix network programming. The references are network management the principles and practice. These two are the textbooks Richard Steven and Subramaniam authors, and the reference is an internet networking with the TCP/IP volume 3 and William Stalling, that is SNMP, SNMPv2, SNMPv3. So this is a William Stalling book is good for the reference book, and web. These are all the web references. So this is about the ICMP socket options.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.